We're live. Thank you everybody for watching this live upstream. I'm Crisis169 coming to you live with another video. This video is going to be about the review over the last couple of years I've done different ones. I'm going to go over different processors. I don't have the Ryzen 7 800X 3D. Side note, I lost it somewhere. I thought I put it in the Nardia cooler here, but since I'm going to start with this right here, I got this for Christmas. This here is a Nardica Nh-D15 cooler. It's a 6-fan cooler. It's 6-pipe cooler. It has 16 fans, 150 fans. Award-winning cooler. It's right here. Looks like right here. It's a great cooler. It's really massive. I really can't show it in my rig because my camera is not pointing the way to show it. Even they probably wouldn't see it. It's humongous. It's covering 2 of the 4 of the RAM slots. So I'm only stuck with 32 gigabytes of RAM. But yeah, this is a big ass mother cooler. My sister got it from my older sister got it from Christmas, last Christmas here. She was told to buy this thing, so she bought it, not knowing how big my rig was or lack thereof. My brother-in-law and sister on Christmas got this put in there, and it fit. Now I'm like, damn, it fits, right? This one here, Nardica Nh-D15, not a bad cooler. Please make sure you have the right size for it. It is really good. Has 6 or 8 tubes, so it is really cooling. Right here, it shows millimeters: 165, 150, 161. Copper, aluminum, nickel plated, so it gives heat real well away. Uh, RPM max rotation 1500, 1200. Uh, really a good cooler. If you're looking for a cooler, that's the one to get your hands on if you want to keep it cool. You can get a cool match, which one that has 2 or 3 tubes. The copper tubing is good. If you don't know what copper tubing does, it takes the heat off the CPU processor and helps it expel into the air cooled chambers and gets it out of there. My room gets pretty warm with this thing. So summertime the AC is going to be up because it's going to be hot as all hell in this room. It does keep it cool. I get about 40 Cs idling, made 50 Cs on max load playing like Red Dead 2 or Battlefield, for example. It's roaring the CPU, GPU is roaring like hell, but it's good. My original stock cooler was a 5600X stock cooler, and this one here you can probably get it for probably 150 bucks. If we had a micro center in Tennessee, I would say go there. But if you have one, they're building 2 of them. And they think in Illinois, Indiana, Illinois, and Indiana. If you're close there, I recommend this bad boy. You can get it on Amazon. You can get it on different things. You can get it really, like I said, on Amazon, Newegg, maybe even Micro Center. Um, you probably ain't gonna find it at Best Buy. You probably order it at BestBuy.com, but if you're gonna order online, Amazon or Newegg, or that probably best way to go for you. So you know you'll get it in one piece. Hopefully, some issues with that Newegg. But enough of that nonsense right here. Now this is the processor I started with. My brother-in-law said he got this out of necessity. He would have gone with a better one, but since I had a $1,500 budget, and that was something that he wanted to keep in line, I started with a Ryzen 5600X processor, 6-core 12 threads. This bad boy is pretty awesome. I've used it for about 2 years, and it's a bad. I tell you one thing. Yeah, and you guys over in Brazil on my channel or anywhere else countries who come on, hey, welcome. If you're looking for a good processor to play games on, for budget build, this is a good budget build system. Now, mine was going to be a little more expensive because the graphics card I'm going to talk about here in a little bit was the one that leading in the pack. But yeah, 4.6 hertz max boost, 3.7 out of the box, technically. Of course, I got to drop something live on TV. You can't have that. You can't have, stuff like dropping on the ground. You know what I mean? You can't be dropping crap. But anyway, though, 5600X processor, 6 core, 12 threads, good processor. It'll be right here. If you can see it, you'll see it in the little thing there. It'll be right there. I gave it to my brother-in-law at Christmas because I got the 5800X processor. Once again, sorry, no box in that one. I had it somewhere and it got ate up by the closet monster or whatever. I don't know. But yeah, 6 core, 12 threads. Good. I'm thinking nowadays this is going to go probably around $100 ish. You can probably get it at, but I see Best Buy selling out a lot of these now. These are selling quickly because when I got it built and it comes with its own little cooler too, little fan cooler. And that's pretty cool because you want to save some bucks. Um, it comes with its own cooler. When you open it up, the cooler is actually in the main part right here. The CPU is on the sides underneath it. That's actually pretty cool how they package this thing. But I think this one has it 5700. I think X has Ryzen 5. I think has a cooler too, a stock cooler, what they call stock cooler. Now you know what a stock cooler is. It comes stock with the CPU. Some people have them. 5800X 3D didn't have. 5800X didn't have it, I don't believe. 5700X had a stock cooler. And inside though. And even Intel has some stock coolers now. The higher end ones, 5800X, 12, 1300 series of Intels won't have them because they require a lot more. This fan was good. Once again, no, I gave it to my brother-in-law after Christmas. My sister, his wife, my sister installed the 5800X 3D and the Nordic cooler I talked about a couple minutes ago. Um, and I let him have the cooler and the 5600X processor because I don't need it anymore. He's going to build his brother a budget build system. That would be good for him. This thing ran Battlefield well at the time of optimized. I had it on my 3070. It ran decently. And I also had it paired with my very first graphics card I ever got. Um, and a little known fact, I wanted to start off with a 3060 Ti. That's what I told my brother-in-law. Hey, I want 3060 Ti, $1,500 build. We'll go from there. The motherboard is a Tomahawk B550, very standard. But motherboard, you can find them probably about $100 now. Mine cost $300. This is right in the middle of that whole, we're in COVID lockdown, but everything's being sold like crazy online. That's where I got this. This little graphics card here, though, it's a powerhouse. Very good one. Very good powerhouse. Very good thing. Very good. Pre-built are being sold with this right now. Really cheap. If you can get a good pre-built with this card, you are in luck because this is going to be the Zotac RTX 2060. This little bastard has 6-core VRAM, DDR6. It has 128, 192 memory bus, one HDMI port, 3 display ports. Windows 10 supported, 2018 or later. 7-bit, 64-bit when that situation there. NVIDIA GeForce Experience, real-time ray tracing, Central Highlights, G-Sync compatible, game-ready drivers, Microsoft DirectX 12, by Vulkan APL 4.4/5, NVIDIA Assistant, and VR ready. That's probably the biggest thing this thing already has is VR ready. It's the entry level of 2060. I was trying to get a 66 Super because I'm getting very desperate to find it because I want to get my rig built. And my sister would have gave me her 1080. But I knew even back in 2020, I knew the 1080 would be losing her luster. 2060 is a good card. 1080 would have been better with higher VRAM, but with lack of CUDA cores, this thing has hell. Should tell you how much CUDA core it has. But it has a lot of cores on this bad boy. Sorry, guy, I don't have all my shit together right now. I have to learn 20,000 languages right now. Anyway, though, it's a lot of damn stuff on this thing here in the box here. Comes open. I'm gonna show you what it looks like in the box. It opens up, woo and ah, kind of thing. But really, with the situation at hand, though, with this type of stuff, you really want to buy something that's going to be up to date. But back in 20, 2020, I didn't have a whole lot of chances to really shop around for this. It comes in a case like this. I didn't have a real time to shop around. And oh yeah, sorry. The front of the box here, you guys can see it. 6 GB of VRAM, DDR12, DDR6, 612. Ray tracing. This is a good card for your 1080p enthusiasts out there. It'll get you at least 60 frames. Plus, depending on titles, you're gonna have to work with the settings on that one. You're gonna have to really understand what they're playing. They come packaged like this, packing stuff, nothing else in there. The card comes in like that, put in like that. It's a pretty decent little card, powerful little card though. My brother-in-law was pretty. My brother-in-law said I was be very impressed with 2060 performance, and I was. Game like Resident Evil Village had issues because VRAM cap on it. Battlefield was just a cluster F of a mess back then, so people at 3090s back then had trouble running the damn game. But now 2060s are good cards, but I would have gone happier with 2060 Super, but that was being over $1,200 something, $2,000, that kind of thing right there. You are not going to buy, and people are buying PS5 for $2,000 getting ripped off. I was not going to support that kind of stuff. No chance in hell I was going to support that kind of crap. Sorry, not my thing. Now, on to the other peripherals. This one here is an 8-bit do wireless adapter here for Bluetooth for my PS4 controller. It runs almost like a PS4 controller on the Xbox. I mean PS4, or even an Xbox controller if I want to get a new Xbox controller, a wireless one. I have a wired one right now. Bought this at Walmart, $31. Still works great, obviously. I clean it around to keep from drifting. This thing costs about $20 at Best Buy. You probably get cheaper, but yeah, it's a small little device. It plugs in back to your a USB, a 2.0. And it runs great. You have to dub it one time. You have to sync it one time. Boom, it comes on. You push the button on the controller, it comes on. I'm probably gonna play Spider-Man on it here in a little while. Play some Spider-Man. Played in a while. Spider-Man Miles Morales. It runs great. Works great. No issues really I see with it. That being said, though, it's if you tried this piece of junk right here, the Windows 8 adapter. I still have this thing as a reminder not to buy the Windows 8 controller with this piece of junk. Cost $80 this thing. This cost $24. This worked a lot better. Yeah, I had this for over a year, and must have got fried or whatever, heat or whatever. But you can't tell me they can't. This is made by Microsoft, for crying out loud. This is made by a different company. And really, good question. I got into computers right around the end of 2019. It was Christmas 2019. I got you can't see it behind me because I'm kind of a wall. Uh, Nintendo Switch. Loved to death. Played a lot of it. Don't play as much now because the games are kind of trickling out. I got into it right around at that time. I told my brother-in-law, whose name is Justin, by the way. I'm gonna let him know him. I don't think he cares. He's on YouTube. I don't have his exact YouTube channel. It's a number. I don't know what it is. I'll get it to you guys one day if he wants me to. But he asked me, hey, do you want to be building a gaming rig eventually? This is around 2019 wintertime and Christmas time. I said, yeah, eventually. I know I put it off too long. I started to get into that right around 2020, but 2019 was when I started getting the itch to look into pre-built, building myself, understanding what's different between a 3070, 2060 graphically and price costs, and also the different peripherals like this Logitech keyboard. I mean, mouse. That's not a keyboard. The mouse. Sorry. Yeah, this is a mouse, guys. No, sorry. I'm having a brain fart right now. Keyboard and mouse here set. Understanding that because back then the Xbox didn't have it back then. They only now just started the keyboard and mouse craze. Um, and he's telling my brother-in-law, telling me, sister, even my sister's telling me, leave the consoles. No, it's not going anywhere well. Yes, it'll come out a new console. We found out the SX series, and the whole cluster F of that issues. What made me go into PC even farther after 2019 was trying to get my hands on a PS5. Believe it or not, PS5 just hit me over the edge. Mark just lost his mind and I said screw it. No, what really happened was though, I was trying to get a PS5. Um, I had PS4 Pro right in front of me in Best Buy. Whatever I wanted the PS5. Um, couldn't get one, couldn't find one, couldn't make one. No, I couldn't kill for one. No, I couldn't hire a hitman for one. Couldn't do anything. Um, Xbox, I didn't want another Xbox that I had a One X, and I love it to death right there. It's turned on. I guess you can see that turned on, whatever you like there. Um, I have the One X, so I loved it to death. Got Christmas 2017, so I still use it. Until when it breaks, I'll get something else, but whatever. I wanted to get into PC gaming. I wanted to get into PC. I can do more with it. I can explore my YouTube venture better on a PC than on an Xbox, PlayStation, whatever. Because yes, you could do Twitch or whatever that. But what made me get into it fully was not be able to get my hands on the PS5. That sounds like a real lame bullshit excuse. But I was itching anyway back in 2019. And fast forward it way through 2020, I've been looking at it. I had a little laptop I was using to look on my phone too. Well, look at PC. Until I asked my brother, do I run a law? Do I go build my own? Do I go pre-built? Do I just buy the current console? They started hissing when I say current console. New console coming out because they told me don't do that. Buy a PC, a gaming rig. Hell, he said hell, and he, Justin told me, my sister told me, Lisa, we will build you your damn PC. Just give us a certain amount of money and in a mindset. And I sat down on a piece of paper, literally piece of paper, wrote down what I was going to do with it. And this is something that you guys need to understand doing. When you're going to hop on PC gaming or any gaming, that's PC gaming, you need to know it's not just the balls to the wall 3070 or the cheap 2060 or Ryzen 600X. You have to know what you are going to do with this system. Because once you build the thing and put it in your room, house, apartment, living room, that is there. You spent $1,700 on a system. And when I start was 2020 when I couldn't find the consoles. I got tired of having the scalpers, not knowing the scalpers were scalping this, that, and everything else, get the grubby little hands on. But that's how life it is. But I started PC gaming and right around when I got my 2060, iteration of it, and I loved it ever since. I bought Cyberpunk, even though it was a cluster of a mess. I bought Resident Evil second game I bought, Resident Evil Village second game I bought. I haven't beat it until quite recently. Been about 3 years. Go figure. Cyberpunk I haven't even really beaten it at all. But I enjoy it more. And when I really start getting into it was, like I said, 2019, 2020, really getting my know-it-alls. Hey, what's up, buddy? Know-it-alls about what I'm looking into and why I got into PC gaming. Because I wanted to do the YouTube stuff, but I also wanted to do a lot of gaming, and you can't do a YouTube stuff and gaming on the consoles. You probably can now, but it just feels like some mediocre type of way of doing things. And I'm not gonna say you're not a gamer if you have an Xbox or a PS5, and you're very blessed you have those things because you find PS5 at Walmart, but you can't find an Xbox anywhere. It's just got the S series. People are finally including the fact that the S series is not going to stick around forever because that's only the, I won't say poor man system, but Come on, be honest. It's like selling a Steam box back in 2013 with only 512, 128 gigabytes of hard drive, and they did that in GameStop. I'm like, okay, that's stupid. So I knew back then that was stupid, but way back then, and now still a console fighter. Console player goes cheap. Anyway, though, when I start, like I said, 2020, and I really started looking into the fact why I'm spending $500 or going to spend $500 on a console that in 5 years is going to be out to date. The 20, yes, yes, the Xbox X Series has 2080 Super equivalent. It's dinosaur technology, folks. The PS5 has 2070 Super, technically. Dinosaur, folks. 2060 is dinosaur. This will be a dinosaur probably in the next 5, 10 years. But you still play games, ray tracing, DLSS2, 1.0, whatever's on it, that's on it now. Um, Hell, they had DLS, added better on the RTX 20 series. People, guys, are still using 1070, 1080s to play games on. To this day, in 2023, I checked it. People are still using the 1080s, 2060s, 2070s because they found the comfort level and they don't want to grow up right now with newer stuff. But they're dinosaur technology. The Xbox and PS5 are already outdated. I'm going to buy something that's outdated in 2020. Well, yeah, yes, I can get a 2060 because that's all I get my hands on. Because I told my brother-in-law I am not going to spend $3,000 on a 36 Ti. They can eat my ass before I give a shit. But that being said, though, that being totally said about a situation like that, that's why I never got into it. And I never got into it in a way that was considered out there in space. That's why people never understood why I say about, or when I say things about getting into PC gaming and understanding what's going on with PC gaming, is to understand why there's things out there and why people need to do things. Sorry, guys, I'm being phone called here. Yeah, being phone called here, whatever. Anyway, though, the point being is this, guys. PC gaming to me is interesting. I'm to say the least. When you look into PC gaming and look into the fact that why I got into it, it's not that hard to understand why I got into it. It's very simple, actually, though. It's very simple, not scientific, but very economically more better to get into than to actually try to explain somebody why buying a console of $500 every 4 years is more feasible. And it's not. Because my console I got for Christmas or bought myself, I could have had a gaming rig pretty decently. Lucky for me, I'm a saver kind of guy. I save stuff. I keep money away rainy day, and I save that money. I still save money to this day. Uh, um, I know, just people are calling, and that's fine. Whatever, it is what it is. Um, but that being said, though, really, what really bothers me, yeah, every day is happiness. Yeah, every day is happiness. In the live stream, you get to have fun. Not muted and blocked, so good enough for me. Anyway, though, back to my fun-filled fitness, though. It's interesting to have stuff like this, guys. There you go. Anyway, though, enough of this, though. 3070, great one to get your hands on. I say, I got this deal, $500 at Newegg. I was kind of worried about it because Newegg is kind of iffy with their stuff right now. But the DDR5 is pretty good. DDR4, I mean six. DDR, sorry, DDR6, pretty good. 8 gigabytes of VRAM. I made a video on this a couple weeks ago, talking about it, saying that how the they 8 gigabytes of VRAM is very, very, very limited right now. When it comes down to it, though, it comes down to it, and it is very, very issue with the situations at hand when you have to deal with the fact that most games like now, like Last of Us Part 1, prime example, Last Part 1, eats up VRAM. Hogwarts eats up VRAM. Games like that make 3070 still good card. 8 gig VRAM should at least been 10 at least. Like I said, though, I have no issue with the 8 gig of VRAM. It's a really good card. I enjoyed it a lot. Not a problem at all with this card. 256 memory bus, 3 display ports, 182i, same as 2060. Second gen ray tracing, Express Gen 4. DLSS is a lot better. But I do note though that the DLSS on the 3070 is a lot better on 30 series cards, a lot better than what's on the 2060. Obviously, I'm playing games locked in at good frame rates, good stuff like that, and it runs real well. And I think, yes, power consumption's there. I know I do notice it because I do check the power consumption on my rig. It's a little bit there, but then again, I can't say it's not because of the 5800X 3D2 as well. Uh, um, but the issue really is, I think, with this that makes people difficult to understand NVIDIA is that their newer cards, current cards coming out, 40 series cards, 4060 allegedly is going to be only 8 gigabytes of VRAM, same as 3070, and be leaps and bounds better than this. But because of the situation, people are kind of up in arms about NVIDIA right now. I wouldn't say not buy NVIDIA, but I would say look at AMD or Intel. Probably more AMD if you want a higher frame rate and better VRAM and you don't care about ray tracing. But really, guys, that's about it with my review here, though. I appreciate you guys watching. It's been decent. Nothing really out of the ordinary with me. I think personally, PC gaming is really a good thing to have. If you haven't got into it, I highly recommend doing it. Getting into it. If you have got into it and you enjoy it, you comment down below what you like about PC gaming and what your rig like and what do you run on, because people play with online, usually on EA Play, you still have 1080s and 2060s like I mentioned, because they can't afford the 3070, 3060s, or they haven't really cared about that because they're so happy with their rig right now that it's still doing good for them. That right there is something that I need to be I made addressed, that there is a boundary where people don't cross right now when it comes to the latest cards. And we had the 40 series card melt cables and issues like that and all the BS there. And we had the issues with the systems not really living up to what they wanted. And people had to go buy out new cases to fit the damn things in there. And that's why my rig can hold up to a 390. and I'll probably go at high. If I was gonna buy a 40 series card, it'll probably be a pre-built. Only because not because I want a pre-built, it's because the hassle of going through it again and buying all that stuff again would be kind of weird. But then again, like I said though, thank you guys for watching this review. I know it's kind of weird, kind of thrown together at the last minute. The phone calls, guys, like I said though, let's cut down the phone call stuff. I understand you guys want to appreciate what I'm doing, and I appreciate you guys liking what I'm doing. But let's understand, I do have a life. I do have family and friends who call me regularly. So let's keep the phone chatter down to a minimum. Like I said, I don't mind. You guys message me on Christ169 on the Xbox app or Steam, Christ6091. But with the phone, guys, it's really understand that we all have calling us. Our peoples are calling us for different reasons. And I have a lot of friends who like talk to me once a day, once a night, whatever, because they're going through a lot of issues. Like you guys have issues too, family members who have issues, and you guys understand that. And I appreciate you guys, keeping it down to a minimum. I do appreciate that because it does help me a lot to help sort out what they're going through and what's really going on with other parts of my family and stuff though. So, like I said, guys, I do appreciate you guys talking and really having time. Once again, shout out to the United States and to Brazil for being on my channel. I appreciate it and know I love all of you. If you're new to my channel, like what you see, and like what you hear, hit that subscribe button, like it, and you have plenty of videos to watch in your leisure, or while you're laying down or whatever, just taking a break from whatever. And that day got you down, you can watch me ramble on about stuff. So I'll see you guys later. Peace out. Great day.